What's up guys, it's Hwee here. Today I'm going to do a 0 to hero on fighter. I get into a 1v3 and also run to multiple fights. At the end I find an item that's worth 2 keys. I just got a fresh account to 15 and I'm going to be selling everything I have on it starting at 0 gold. This is my stash after 3 hours of playing. I did 1 normal goblin caves run and the rest were high roller crypts. Now that great campfires can refill your second win with just 1 charge, you can sit in the storm forever and pick your fights. Or if you want to camp a static extract, that's okay too. Alright, the person I'm going to be starting out with is Shield Mastery, Barricade, Counterattack, and Swift. Shield Mastery and Counterattack helps me 1v3. Counterattack also helps you disengage. With Sprint, you can run away. If a team manages to get on you, you can just block an attack, pop Sprint, put your hands out, and start running. Barricade for flat 50 armor is a lot better than Defense Mastery early on. And Swift so that when we find armor, we're not too slow. Okay, so now I'm going to do a Goblin Caves. Try to find more than 100 gold. Preferably 150 so I can buy 2 campfires. I'm going to be skipping over a lot of the mobbing and looting and showing you guys the PvP. I want to explain my thought process more when we're playing high roller crypts. Okay, so here I run into a fighter. He has a bow. And he's way too close here, so I'm just gonna sprint at him. Force him to go melee. You don't want to be holding right click like him. And I don't think he has shield mastery, otherwise that would have been more. That would have been instant. Yeah, I think you want to do like combination of thrusting and baiting for riposte instead of just fishing for a riposte the whole time, because it's really easy for me to just poke him with my first attack. Oh, hello Mr. Bird. Seems like he wants to push. He has a hand crossbow. Reloading in front of me is really bad. Against faster characters like this guy, you want to just get on top of them and start trading. They don't out-trade you at all. You can afford to take a hit or 2 before you start swinging, and you always beat them. See what he's got. Trinkets for me. I should be at 100 gold now. And then gloves upgrade. Nice. Make sure you grab everything. Should be 100. Nice. Over 100. And now I have enough for 2 campfires. Alright, let's get into high roller crypts. That's where the big money is. Alright, so I spawn right in the middle of the map. It's not very ideal. You want to spawn on the edge, but it's fine. I'm going to be pushing towards north. You want to clear every mob, just take it slow. If you go too fast, you might pull too many mobs and, you know, get stuck or cornered. Make sure you listen for footsteps. If you hear 3, run away. 1 or 2, you might be able to kill them. Just take a look at what they have on. If they're caped up, then probably just go away, but you might be able to kill solo rogues, solo clerics. Now that I'm on the north side of the map, somewhat on the edge, I felt like it was safe to loot. I'm gonna loot up this whole room. You don't want to be moving around too much because it increases the chance of you running into other teams. So if you find a safe spot, make sure to loot up. I hear somebody north here. Sounds like 1 footstep. You actually run into a lot of solos and duos more than trios. And most of the time people are actually not super juiced, so I just chose to ignore him and kept looting. I finished up looting this room and head west to check for a static portal. Want to make sure to see if they're open. It's not always there, so keep checking for them. Mobs being alive is a really good indicator that people didn't spawn here. We can keep going this way and feel relatively safe. People actually spawn here and they kill all the mobs, but they did leave behind some chests that I'm going to loot. I'm checking for static portals. And now I hear somebody in jail, so we don't want to push in right now. It's the last couple of circles and people are alive are going to be converging in the middle of the map. So right now I'm just going to chill outside. And this is where the camps come in handy. You can literally just pop second wind, place a camp, and sit. You're going to be full health with second wind back. And I waited for 1 minute before I pushed back in just to check if people are still here, but I still see somebody, so just gonna keep doing the same thing until they leave. Even in the storm, you want to just take your time, pull mobs slowly, don't panic. And make sure you camp before you push back into the circle. Campfire, second wind, back to full health, easy. You just keep doing this, but I'm gonna check again to see if people are gone. And it doesn't look like anyone's here, so I'm trying to find a portal. Taking reds is really ideal. You get the best loot. It's gonna drop whatever I don't think is good. Alright, so we got this spawn. Is the spawn with the 4 bats. People really hate this, but honestly it's not too bad. The bats aren't really that hard to deal with, especially as a fighter. You wanna just get a block off first, and then left click, block, left click. Just like that. Super easy. Okay, now we want to go west towards the circle. If you loot inside a circle, you have more time to loot, more time to clear mobs. So we want to skip this room now. There should be one more bat on the right here. Just wait for it to come down. And do the same thing. Lock and hit. Alright, this next room west, super easy. All the mobs are cheesable. You can pull this guy into the gate and start smacking him. You can also fight him heads up, but this way is easier. I'll show you how to do it later. Ooh, longsword upgrade. Honestly, this is where all the good loot is. The PvE is really not that hard after you learn the attack patterns and how to dodge it. Yeah, so for these dogs, you just want to circle around them. Super easy. Just keep going around in a circle. Alright, this guy is not easy. You should never try and fight the Demon Berserker head on. He's probably even harder than the actual boss in the game. you want to try and cheese him or just lock him behind doors. Here I'm going to show you a cheese spot. Just hop on this ledge and start smacking. Make sure to stay in the middle or jump in between his hits because he can clip you in the leg. Like that. Being in the circle is really nice because you can find random blues like this. Now that you've secured a portal, time to loot. Just upgrades everywhere. It's so good. It's really sad that I can't lockpick the golden chest, but should be able to find enough money now to buy some lockpicks in the trade chat. Circle's getting small and I hear a team pushing me, so it's time to get out of here. $200 golden trinket, and I sold the double axe plus the cape for $250 total. Always bring 2 campfires. Even more is better. And I think the longsword is good, but it's too risky, especially in 1v3. I would rather have the crossbow, so I could maybe kill the backline before I go in. I grabbed the luck pot and the lockpicks, but I don't think the lock pot is necessary. I bought 8 lockpicks for 100 gold, which is pretty cheap. And we're ready. Trade my luck pot. See how much I get. 50, that's good. You can get 20, 50, or 80. Anything that's not 20 is pretty good. And we're heading for 70s. Pretty good spawn here. Close to the edge of the map. And we're presumably inside the circle, yep. So here, you don't want to go to the library because everyone goes there. And it's right in the middle of the circle. So heading south would be the best play. And you could maybe loot a bit of the swamp here. Prioritize the loot that people don't really want. Like places that, you know, if you spawn there, you're like, oh, I hate this spot. So swamp is one of them. This spot as well. And I just kept clearing south, hugging circle and looting. You're not going to run into people every run. That's fine. Okay, so trinkets for 200 gold. And I managed to sell these gloves for 250. Bought this Curious for 60 gold. Brought me up to 40% without defense mastery. So I think it's good now to take defense mastery. You're going to get more value from it. And combined with barricade with shield, I should be hitting around 65-70% PDR. Alright, let's check our gear. Looking pretty good. 128 health with around 45.6% PDR. Still hitting for around 70s and 75 crossbow headshot. Alright, same thing here. Pretty good spawn on the edge. So we're just gonna clear this room. Just gonna spend my time looting up. Okay, so at 120 HP and around 50% PDR, I felt pretty strong. Felt like I could take on 1v2, maybe even 1v3 against like not super juiced out teams. Spot a wizard. If you look at him, he can't really hit you. I mean, it's low enough where you can dodge it. You can react to it. I thought he was alone, but he actually had friends. He was covering for them. And it turned out to be a 1v3. So I try to make it 1v2s and then 1v1. Just take out one by one. Make sure to commit on one person and kill them. So I commit on this cleric here. Got him down and then going for the reset. I'm pressuring. And then the rogue was chasing me. I was hoping he would make a mistake and get too close so that I can turn around and just 2-tap him, but He was smart enough to back off. So now I have to respect the wizard's range. Backed off here. Gotta heal off. And I know that the wizard doesn't have many spells left. The cleric is also dead, so you don't want to give them too much time to reset. I try to get the full health here and push back in as soon as possible. Wait, he's meditating. He can't hear me. I'm trying to commit and kill the wizard, but the rogue actually got too close here. And easy 2-tap. Now I just have to reset against the wizard. I know he meditated, so he only has 2 fireballs. Proc the counter attack, gives me extra movement speed. And he's charging a zap, so you have to respect that. It's probably better for me to try and land 1 crossbow shot right now. I hit him a couple of times. I know he's 1 shot. Let's fucking go. GG. Make sure to reset before you loot. They're actually just so loaded. Can I brother loot in peace, man? Trying to scare him off so I use his loot. There's really no point to killing anymore. Just fill up my bag and leave. Okay, 335 in gold. Sold this cape for 150. So I'm at around 470. You want to spend your candy on stuff like chest piece and legs. Those are the hardest to find. Crates and barrels often drop headpiece and gloves and boots. So they're pretty easy to find. This is my gear now. 126 health, 46.4% PR, and 264 move speed. Alright, once again, good spawn. We have the edge of the map. I'm actually just gonna skip this match because I just looted the whole time. Literally just hog the edge and loot. Okay, made around 400 golden trinkets. Bought a luck pot. And I'm gonna save stuff to sell later at the end of the video. All at the same time. Instead of selling it after every game. I haven't been talking about this, but every time you go into a game, you want to see if the lobby is juiced. If there's multiple geared teams and you want to play super ready, just take a blue as soon as possible. But if the whole lobby is kind of dead and everyone is under geared, then your goal should be trying to go to hell. Alright, so we got a really bad spawn in a really geared lobby. So I just want to push towards the edge. And we can skip rooms here. Just skipping rooms and go straight to the edge. Alright, here's the solo cleric I was talking about. You find these guys and the solo rogues that you can kill. You can befriend them, but sometimes they'll betray you and it's high roller, so if they hinder you somehow, it's really not worth it. You really want to play the game on your own pace, so you can either choose to ignore people or kill them. But in high roller, everyone has a chance to have something really good. Good thing about being on the edge of the map, just like in church here, and you're already in the circle, so I'm going to be getting easy portals and no one is really going to push me until maybe the last 2 minutes of the map. Plenty of time to just know where I'm at and figure out my exit. And I just took the static and these guys were pushing at the end. I didn't make much this run, but it's fine. I still kept my life. We live to fight another game. Okay, make sure to check the lobby. Looks like a lot of rogues. See 2 fighters, but they don't have capes on. It's looking like a hell run. Alright, so we got swamp spawn, which is good. We get to loot up here. Oh, hey, what's up? What are you doing, buddy? Yeah, it takes one hit. That's all it takes. They get scared after one. See ya. Another rogue. They're usually not a threat unless they're super geared and there's multiple of them. And you don't really have a lot of kill pressure on them unless they really mess up. So just ignore and loot. I went down to the middle of the Coliseum because people don't really go here. But this guy chased me down here, so I had to do it to him. Yeah, you should probably respect the PDR fighter as a rogue. After I looted the underground dungeon, I pulled the Skelly champ because he was in the zone and it was basically free loot. It's pretty easy, just block his attack and get 1 or 2 swings off. You can get 2 swings off if he does his full combo, but if he only does 1 attack like that, then you can only get 1 swing. Okay, so we can loot these 2 chests here in the zone, which is fine. There was 2 ranger outside on the outer rim of the Coliseum, and they were shooting at me, so I have to be more patient before I push out. Make sure that you're keeping an eye on the circle and you know where it's headed to, because that's how you're going to find your portals. Even with a minute left like this, you still have time to pop a campfire, so don't make a push unless you're full. You can use your second wind before you make the final push. Make sure you're clearing mobs. You don't want to take unnecessary damage. And I saw that they opened 3 portals, so I just made a push for it. Let's go, we're in. And we got an easy spawn. This hallway is super easy to clear, and we're gonna be in the circle, so let's head south and be right in the center. South is also a really good room. It has multiple golden chests, and I will show you how to cheese the mobs. The Nightmare Axe is really scary in this hallway because there's not a lot of room to maneuver, but as a fighter I can still take multiple hits and be okay. Okay, so there's a demon berserker here, and you should never fight him one-on-one. So what you can do is pull him towards another room. Even better if you can pull him towards a room that people are coming from, because he can block their path towards you. But you gotta remember where you put him, just in case you have to run away and you don't want to run into him by accident. Oh, hello. Is that a rogue? I think it's a rogue. He might be alone. Oh, never mind. Okay, that's a rogue barb. I don't think I can 1v3. I'm just gonna try and poke. Maybe they die to mobs. Yeah, I am not making that push against a rogue. Just trying to see if they're still here. Maybe they're stealth somewhere, but it seems like they ran away. All right, now what I'm gonna do is the same thing. I'm gonna pull the mob towards where they left, just to cover that room. So I'm gonna pull the centaur here and close them behind this door where they were, just so they can't come back to me. Okay, so we got both the bosses out of the way. Now I can loot this room. Okay, I had enough time to clear and loot. Now they're back. So we gotta see what's going on. Remember the berserker is right next to me, so I can always pull him back here. One took a blue, that's fine. There's gonna be more. So the smart thing to do now is to pull the berserker from that room back to this room. Because look at the circle, more portals are gonna spawn where we put the berserker, which is this hallway up north. Okay, so he's here because I opened that door and he has a straight path towards me. And since I attacked him first, he's gonna keep aggro on me the whole time. Unless somebody else attacks him. Okay, we run to another solo here, but there's mobs. So you don't want to chase him too hard. Make sure you're clearing as well. Nightmare mobs are not a joke. And for some reason, the spiders aggroed on me, so I think he went stealth around the corner, so we gotta be careful before we push. Wait, I think he's dead. He's dead right there. Yep, the mobs are uncleared. Let's see what he's got. Gotta make sure nobody else is here. Okay, I think we're good. That run was huge. Let's see what I got. 300 in trinkets and a lot of items I can sell for later. If you watch at the end, I will show you all of my trades. Alright, let's go again. Alright, pretty good spawn. Edge of the map. I think I'm geared enough to contest pyramid now, so that's what I'm gonna do. Run to a couple of Timmies and I want to scare them off. I don't think I have kill pressure on them. Rogues and wizards, you know, they're really fast. So what I'm going to do is scare them off here and take the loot for myself. I mean, pyramid is out the zone, so it's going to be uncontested. Alright, yeah, they're gone. I'm going to go back and loot. Just looting here, and I hear them, and I'm just gonna chase them off. Yep, back to looting. I kept hugging the south side of the map and hugging the edge of the circle as it closed in. Didn't run into anyone afterwards. It's only 2 minutes left, so I'm just gonna take this red, trying to make some money. Alright, so we get this room again. This time I'm gonna show you how to kill the Demon Centaur 1v1. You just want to look at where he's swinging from and duck towards that direction. So he's coming from the right, duck right. Coming from the left, duck left. I should have pulled him a bit further away because these bats aggroed on me. It's a good lesson for next time. Try not to panic here. Not even close. Wow, nothing good. Oh my fucking god, that ring. It's a legendary courage ring. It's gonna sell for a couple of keys. And a cloak upgrade, but I don't even care. I just need to make it out with this ring. Okay, I ran into a team bossing, so my priority right now is to find a blue and just to get the fuck out. But the portals haven't started spawning yet, so I just want to camp in the middle of the circle and listen for portals. And I'm going to pull the berserker towards this room so that if they come down south, they're going to have to clear him first. And usually when team boss, they take a long time because they have to loot the pile as well. So I just stayed around here and a portal popped up. Just like that, we made a couple of keys in one run. $168 in trinkets. Demon blood for around 350 to 400, and the ring should go for a couple of keys. Thank you for watching the video. If this helped you out in any way, please leave a like and subscribe. We out.